Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Housing Our Future Flash webinar focused on home repair programs in Cincinnati and Hamilton County. My name is Kristen Baker. I'm the Executive Director for LISC Greater Cincinnati, and we're really happy to have you all here for a very quick and informative 30 minutes touching on some of the really valuable home repair programs available to our neighbors here in the county. The chat is available for questions. Please feel free to pop those in, though we might not have time to get to them today. We will do our best to answer those. And this webinar is also being recorded and will be made available later next week on our website, as well as all the resources that you hear referred to in this webinar. Those are available on the website as well. So we're going to move very quickly to our presenters to give everyone a few minutes to talk through their programs. And so I am going to turn it over to Brian McLaughlin from People Working Cooperatively to kick us off. Brian?
Thank you. Morning, or good afternoon, everybody. So I'm Brian McLaughlin. I'm the Associate Director of Community Engagement at People Working Cooperatively. Very excited to be a part of this and be able to share some information about our programming, and I'm hoping that we can connect with some people that might need some help. If we're going to go to the next slide, we'll just do a quick overview of what we do. So PWC is, we've been around for over 50 years now. Our mission is to keep people living safely and healthily in their homes, where they want to be, where they can afford to be. So we're trying to preserve people's affordable housing units and make them safe and habitable for folks. We primarily serve low-income homeowners. We do have a few programs that we can offer to people who rent their homes as well, but I know we're here to talk about homeowners today mostly. That includes emergency home repairs. You're going to hear some other folks talk about home repairs today as well. One thing that makes PWC a little bit different than some of these other services is that we do have the ability to respond to emergencies. So as opposed to, something bigger like you need a new roof, that's a planned project. We're a place you can call when your furnace goes out in the middle of winter, and we can get somebody out there to get the heat back up and running. So that's one thing that kind of sets us apart, and services we provide that are a little bit different than some of the other places that you're going to hear about today. We also provide modifications for mobility. So as people's mobility changes in their home, making sure that their homes are safe. That could be a grab bar in the shower. It could be an accessibility ramp out front. Could be something big or small, depending on the need. And then weatherization and energy conservation services, which I think are extremely important right now for us to try to be economical with our energy usage and lower our utility bills if we possibly can. So that looks like some client education, but also we do an energy audit in the home, come and make some suggestions. And then if the home needs it, we'll come and do some insulation, some air sealing, check the furnace, make sure it's operating safely and efficiently. So yeah, it's a great service. And then as far as our service territory goes, we do serve homeowners in Ohio and Kentucky. We actually do go as far north as the Dayton area right now with our repair services. And then in Kentucky, we go pretty far south, mostly with weatherization, down to like Gallatin, Pendleton counties. But we have kind of the services change slightly as we move from area to area, but the counties that are listed here are all places that we offer some level of service in. And then as far as who we're focused on, mostly older adults, but we don't have any age restriction. We do try to prioritize people who have a disability or are elderly because those needs might be a little bit more, immediate than some other folks. Next slide. Okay. And then this just kind of some examples of things that, you might be experiencing right now and maybe we could help with. Like I mentioned before, no heat, furnace that's broken, accessibility issues, again, grab bars in the bathroom, handrails, an accessibility ramp or a stair lift, plumbing and electrical issues, air leakage and high, utility usage. All of these things are things that we, potentially could help with in addition to other things. We do pretty much anything other than major foundational issues or things that might just be beyond the scope because of cost and expense and things like that. Next slide. And then, so how does it work? We are an income-based program. We do need proof of home ownership. We can usually verify that on the county auditor site. Most of our programs are at 50% of area median income. I provided, a couple of examples, 39,000 for a household of one, for four people, 55,900. Obviously, as the residents go up, that changes. But that's a pretty decent example of, a family or a single person, and what that income guideline might look like. How does it work? You would contact us. I got our contact information on a couple slides down. We go over, we do some pre-screening questions, see if it looks like you'd be eligible. If so, we're going to take your information, we're going to pre-fill an application, and we're going to send that to you via email or snail mail. And we're looking for proof of home ownership. In some cases, we might need some additional documentation, but our application process is pretty easy. It's fairly simple, and we try to keep it straightforward so we can just remove any barriers to help people. Next slide. Okay, and then how do you get help? Here's contact information. You can call us at 351-7921 and ask for client services, and that team will walk you through applying, or if you're an existing client, updating your information, putting a new request for you, and things like that. Visit our website. There's additional information about our programming, and you can put an inquiry in there as well. We don't have an online application right now, but that at least is a way for you to communicate with us that way. And then our email address there as well. If you have an issue, you can email us, or if you're looking for more information, we'd be happy to connect with you. I did want to point out that we are moving actually in a couple months. We're going to be moving from the Bond Hill area up to Sharonville, so we're going to be in a slightly different area, still serving the same area, still serving the same clients and same things, but we are moving. And then wrapping it up here, I just wanted to show one, I think, nice example was we were able to repair that person's bathroom, which was a pretty big win. That's a major issue where that person was afraid they were going to fall through the floor. We were able to go and not only repair the floor, but also put a new commode in. Thank you all so much. Oh, and I'll pass it over to Ron from Habitat for Humanity. Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming. Looking forward to telling you a little bit about our repair programs as well. So you can go to the next slide. And the next one's okay too. So here in Hamilton County, we have two major programs. So we serve seniors over the age of 65, and then veterans and surviving spouses of veterans of any age. We also serve, in addition to Hamilton County, Butler, Claremont, and Warren counties in Ohio, Boone, Campbell, Kenton counties in Kentucky, and Dearborn and Ohio counties in Southeast Indiana. Next slide. And then thank you. So typical repairs that we do, one of the most major repairs and also most asked about repairs is roofs. So we do replace roofs, that are old or leaky. A lot of times when we're replacing old roofs, it's due to insurance issues. So if you get a letter in the mail from your insurance company and they're telling you that they're not going to renew you because your roof is old, that is something that you can apply for. We also do broken HVAC systems, so furnace and AC, plumbing or electrical issues, and then accessibility modifications like tub to shower conversions and wheelchair ramps, grab bars, that kind of stuff. And then the next slide, if you would. So again, this kind of just gives you an overview of the types of repairs that we do. And I just wanted to highlight that it is a grant program, so it is at no cost to the homeowner. Our income guidelines are a little bit higher. So we go up to 80% AMI. Actually, if you could go to the next slide. It's a maximum monthly income of $5,863 for a family of two, and then a little bit lower for a family of one. We don't take applications all year round. The easiest way to check to see if we are taking applications is either checking our website or calling this phone number, this 513-621-41. I should say 47, not 74, extension 8 on the 10th of the month to see if we're taking applications. We only take applications about 3 or 4 times a year. So generally every 3 or 4 months, we're taking applications on a rolling basis for about a few weeks, starting on the 10th. So The way it works is once you apply and we have all of your paperwork and you income qualify, we do a scope of work. So we're looking at the repairs that are needed, getting contractor quotes because we do use contractors to perform the work, and then we schedule and complete the repairs. So that's basically how it works. If you could do the next slide. Yeah, this is just a client that we repaired a roof for last year. Um, she had a lot of water damage inside, so we were able to replace her roof. She had 4 layers of shingles, so it was one of the most significant roofs that we've done. So there's definitely a need for it, and definitely a lot of people that need assistance. If you could do the next slide. So this is our contact information. Our office is also in Bond Hill, not too far away from PwC. We're at just off of Parra Drive, and that's the phone number. And you can also email us your application as well. And I'll pass it over to Mark at the Home Improvement Program.
Thank you very much. My name is Mark Boswell. I'm a senior planner with Hamilton County Planning and Development and also the HIP coordinator. Um, and you can go to the next slide, please. Just a really quick overview. The Home Improvement Program is a low interest loan program open to all Hamilton County residents. While there used to be another couple other banks involved with the program, there's really only one now, and that's Northside Bank. Next slide, please. The qualifications, your home must be in Hamilton County. That also includes the city of Cincinnati. You must be up to date on your property taxes, and your home has to be valued at $350,000 or less, according to auditor's appraisal. There is a link to the auditor's website there. You can look up your property, and then their graphic in the bottom right there shows every property has this little box, and you're going to be looking for that market total value figure. And then there's going to be some other qualifications through Northside Bank, like credit history, credit score, things like that. Not exactly sure a full range of items that they look for at the bank, but these are the qualifications from the county side. If you go to the next slide, please. Types of repairs, pretty much anything you could think of: bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel, plumbing, landscaping. We have had a couple people come to us because they got a letter from the health department that said they have to repair or replace their septic system. So you can use HIP funds for that. You could also use them for any code enforcement or property maintenance violations you may receive from your community. If you go to the next slide, please. So how to apply. So there's a link to our website there. I realize I didn't put my specific contact information in this PowerPoint, but I am on that website. My phone number and email is on there. You could also download the application form in a regular PDF and also a fillable PDF if you have Adobe, it can be Adobe Reader, Adobe Acrobat. You can fill it out on there, and then you're going to want to return that completed application to Northside Bank. That is who you're going to be working with for most of this project process. You work with them, they send the application over to us. We sign off on those qualification items that were in a few slides ago, and then you're going to be working with Northside Bank from there. Their phone number is here, 513-542-7800, and you want to ask for Jeremy, Tiffany, or Sierra when you call Northside Bank. Next slide, please. I think the last one. Yep, that's all that I have for the home improvement program. I will pass it to Lachey with LISC.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lachey Roach. I serve as Senior Program Officer for LISC Greater Cincinnati, so Local Initiative Support Corporation of Greater Cincinnati. And I will be presenting on the Hamilton County and City of Cincinnati Revive and Thrive Home Repair Loan Program. And if we could change the slides, please. Thank you. The Hamilton County and City of Cincinnati Revive and Thrive Home Repair Loan Program is supported by funding from the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners, as well as the City of Cincinnati. In addition to, we partner with Warsaw Federal, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Cincinnati, and Working in Neighborhoods as our intake center. Owners of single-family homes in most Hamilton County communities and all of the City of Cincinnati neighborhoods, so those 52 neighborhoods, are eligible to be screened for the program. Homeowners who lie within the income guidelines, so 80% of the area median income based on your household size. So for example, a one-person household could make up to $61,550, and that would change, or income amount would change just depending on how many people are in your home. Additional requirements would be completion of a full application with the required documentation, being current on property taxes or on an approved payment plan, and have homeowners insurance or quotes. If we could please go to the next slide. We do understand that each home will have its own types of repair needs. So we do have 3 areas of priority that would be health and safety. So resolving issues around lead, mold, or asbestos, existing code violations, or essential repairs that would include roof repairs, plumbing, electrical work, heating and cooling systems, or other essential structural repairs that are non-cosmetic. The repairs or scope of work would be informed by the homeowner, as well as our partners at Habitat for Humanity of Greater Cincinnati as the construction manager. Next slide, please. So what we offer for this program, it is a low interest loan intended to support those who might not qualify for traditional financing. Loan size is based on your ability to repay. The minimum loan size would be $5,000 up to $25,000. Other considerations for eligibility would include a FICO score of 560 or higher, loan to home value up to 150%, debt to income no more than 45%, and your loan amount would not exceed 35% of your income. I did mention that this is low interest, so 2% interest fixed up to 10 years for repayment. You do make a small investment, which would be a closing fee of $150. And if we could go to the next slide, I'll discuss the program partners and the process. So interested homeowners would start by calling the United Way of Greater Cincinnati's 211 helpline. So that's simply 211, where you will do a pre-screening for eligibility and get access to the full application. Following that step, our partners at Working in Neighborhoods will support each homeowner with completing the documentation and submitting for the next step, which would be your underwriting process. So underwriting is completed by Warsaw Federal, Cincinnati's first minority depository. And their goal is to, of course, make sure that you have that we're sizing the loan according to your needs and that you do meet the eligibility requirements for the program. Following loan approval, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Cincinnati will work with each homeowner to identify the repairs of interest, but also to share some of their observations or repairs that might be in the home under the 3 categories that we prioritize. Given that Habitat for Humanity does serve as our construction manager, you do not have to worry about vetting subcontractors. We will make sure through Habitat for Humanity that those repairs are overseen from start to finish. Thank you. Next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michaela Gentry. I am the program manager for the Port Authority's Legacy Home Repair Program. And you can go to the next slide. So here's a little bit of information about the program. It is a loan, but it is a 2% interest loan with over 10 years to pay it back. You get loans from $5,000 to $25,000, and it's administered by process with Fifth Third, with funds provided by the City of Cincinnati and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Go to the next slide. So to be an eligible homeowner, you do have to live within the City of Cincinnati. So the best example of this is you can reside in College Hill, but not in North College Hill. And this is because the City of Cincinnati have provided us additional funds that we can use to give homeowners a free energy audit. It does have to be homeowner occupied with 100% AMI, meaning you can make a one-person household can make up to a little over $94,000. We do not have a credit score minimum. That is something that separates us from other programs, but you do have to meet a certain debt to income ratio. So you do have to be between 35 or at least under 45%. And that is what demonstrates your ability to repay the loan. Some examples of improvements. They are not allowed to be cosmetic. Another example would be if you don't like your kitchen cabinets, we can't redo them. But if your kitchen cabinets are falling down, you can redo them. You can have them replaced. We are the constructions manager, so we will be finding the subcontractors and contractors to do the work and assisting with that process from beginning to end. There isn't any limitation on what work can be done other than the fact it has to be something beneficial to your home and the legacy and value of it. Also, you get a free energy audit with the program. I do believe I mentioned that in the beginning. So that is what allows you to have some additional grant assistance to your loan. So for example, if your loan is going to be $10,000 and the audit comes back recommending that you have insulation installed, we are able to buy down your loan a little bit and give that additional grant funding to assist with that service. And then the next slide is just my contact information. If you are interested in the program, feel free to scan the QR code or give me a call directly. You can send an email as well to the Legacy program email. And that is all.
Thank you, Michaela, and thank you to all of our presenters. So just for a bit of follow-up, we will be sharing with you through email. If you register for this webinar, all of the links and program information will be sent out to you in email. This will also be available on our website later, early next week, let's say. And we are definitely happy if there are any questions. Again, we've been answering some questions in the chat. Feel free to continue to use that chat. Another great place to start is to just call 211. United Way is able to access all of the information about all of these programs and help provide referral information if you are interested, if you're eager to get started. But we really encourage you to take a look at all of these programs, contemplate what your needs are, what you might be qualified for, but don't disqualify yourself. Please reach out to our programs to see if you qualify. Don't make that decision alone. We are here to help, and we definitely want to support all of our homeowners in Hamilton County and the City of Cincinnati with these programs, so don't hesitate to contact the various programs if you are interested. We really appreciate you being here today with us, and please follow up with those programs should you be interested, and all of our program partners are available to answer questions at any time, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.